It is my own business. You call him. Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again? Okay.
Hey guys, AG Tactical here again with another life hack, okay? And this time, I am teaching you the fastest way to become a millionaire. Step one, you have two options. You either kill somebody with a knife, or you use as many slurs as possible to the youngest children that you can find. Go crazy. I'm talking go find your nearest playground or your nearest high school kid and just let the slurs fly. Because nowadays, it seems that you can do something absolutely terrible and raise money out the ass. GiveSendGo seems to now be the place where all the shitty scumbags go to give their money. This is crazy. Now, I do understand it's one thing supporting Karmelo Anthony. You believe he's innocent, whatever, right? You can spend your money on anything. Or, you want to spend your money on supporting the Metcalf family because you feel bad, whatever. But it's a whole different situation when you're actually funding racism, bro. Now, there's a lot of different opinions. They're like, oh, well, the baby was rummaging through the lady's things. Oh, well, the baby might have not been 5 years old. Listen, that was a child, okay? No more than 8 years old. The dad said he was 5. Let's just say he was 5. I don't care what that kid was doing, bro. He was rummaging through your son's stuff. So you call him the hardest slur you could figure? Let's just play the video, and we're going to come back to this.
Did you call the child the word? It is my own business. You call him. Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again?
Fuck you,
Okay. All right, that's what you say.
I feel sorry for that child that she has on her hand. I feel very sorry for him because he's going to grow up with a piece of shit of a mom. And sooner or later, when he's of age, he's going to realize that, damn, my mom's a fucking nut job. That shit is crazy. Imagine seeing this shit in high school. And all the kids are like, oh, this is your mom? This is your mom? Oh, my God. And there's clearly a lot of people that support this bullshit. Bro, I don't care how old the kid was. If that's your default of an insult, you're the R word, for sure. I mean, come on, bro. I don't care how mad you were. Bro, really? To a child? Man, listen, I wish that was a female so she could have knocked her ass out. But I don't promote violence, though. I don't promote violence. Just theoretically, it should have been a female. She should have gave her a fucking elbow or something. But let's continue.
You don't go digging through people's shit, you dumb fuck.
Nobody digging into your shit.
A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him a.
Yeah.
The little child?
What if he acts like one, he's gonna.
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to.
He took your son's fucking Similac, your son's Gerber just treats. What the fuck did he take? He took your son's diaper. What? He took your son's iPhone 15. What did he take that was so necessary that you had to call him the N-word? Oh my God. There's no supporting this. There's no, oh, but this, oh, but she was scared. Oh, no. Okay? And she deserves what she had coming to her. Until, that is, GiveSendGo decided to make her a millionaire. But hold on, we'll get to that in a minute.
About to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child 5-year-old an N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
That's a hate speech, and you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a shit.
Huh.
Fuck off.
Okay, we'll see about that. What the internet has to say about you.
And that's pretty much it. Just a devious bitch. You know what I mean? Just a bitch. I don't even know how racist she is, but she's definitely a fucking C-word. I don't know if YouTube allows that. She's a fucking cunt. She's a bitch. That's pretty much it. And she gets no men. She's probably a single mom. I'm almost certain that this piece of shit is a single mom carrying around her little baby. She's just angry. She's angry that her husband started fucking somebody else because she's insufferable to be around. So now she's taking it out on the little black baby and the black family. That's a little extra information for y'all. That's a little lore dump for y'all. I can guarantee you this chick is single. Who would want to be around that? That's why you're so angry. But anyway, This, in my opinion, is more so of a revenge funding. Because if everybody knows Carmelo Anthony is raising all this money and he stabbed the white kid, it brings all the little dumbasses from Reddit off of the internet out in droves, right? In my opinion, it's the same platform. You know, they raised about $576,000 as of now, as of like a couple of days ago. Right now it's closer to $1 million. I think a lot of people are just supporting her because she's white and she did it to a black kid, just to revenge fund Carmelo Anthony. I promise you it's that. It's the same platform. Everybody, the two names always come up in the same sentence for some reason. So there's a correlation there. But anyways, let's go and see what the founder of GiveSendGo had to say. And it's kind of interesting. There's a few YouTubers, raise your hands out there, who support this fucking broad, which is weird. Like, bro, I don't know who you're trying to cater to, but the bitch is wrong. Let's keep it real. You tell me if you would want to come home to all the people who supported this fucking nut job of a woman. You tell me if you would want to come home to that. You wouldn't. That's why she's at the park with her son by herself. She ain't got no man. He ran. Let's start the video.
Joining me now, the co-founder and CFO, Jacob Wells. Jacob, thank you for being with us tonight. I guess I just don't understand why you would want to allow this woman, Shiloh Hendrix, call the little boy the N-word, and the video is just awful. And then in the description on your website backs it up again. Why not just block her? And she's raised almost $1 million, so she's now going to be a millionaire, and that's because of you, it seems like.
Well, it's definitely not because of me. It's because of people donating to her, which I'm not one of them. We're a platform, so people are donating to her from a variety of different places. But the deeper question, one is, why do we allow campaigns that even we sometimes may disagree with? Well, because in America, we have freedoms that came at a very high price. And that was the blood of men and women that gave up their lives so that we could live in a society where even things that we disagree with can be spoken about. But there's also other aspects to this whole thing, which is what do we give to the mob to be able to go after people with a snapshot of their life blown over social media as a way to completely destroy them?
And this is not a snapshot of her life, bro. This is who she is. I mean, come on. You can clearly see that this is how she thinks. She has these thoughts in her head, all that. What does she say? My name is Shiloh. I have been put into a very dire situation. I recently had a kid steal from my 18-month-old son's diaper bag in the park. I mean, bro, kids touch things and do stuff. If it's a 5-year-old, he wasn't trying to steal from your bitch ass. I'm sorry. He wasn't trying to steal from your son. What? Anyways, I called the kid out for what he was. Another man who we recently found out has had history with law enforcement proceeded to record me and follow me to my car. He then posted the video online, which caused my family and myself great turmoil. My SSN has been leaked. My address, my phone number has been given to something freely. My family members are being attacked by my eldest child. My eldest child may not be going back to school. Listen, bro. I read that whole bullshit description because I knew she was going to be doing one thing, playing victim. The man that we found out had previous encounters with law enforcement. Bitch, you probably had previous encounters with law enforcement. The way you're looking. You know what I'm saying? And she keeps saying her family. Your family, not your man. I ain't hear nothing about your husband or your man. Single as fuck, bro. Again, why is she single? Use the cabeza. You know what I mean? She's in the wrong. It's simple. The fact that she raised that much money, listen, again, I'm about to go to my nearest park and just start hurling out slur. No, I'm playing. But shit, at that point, fuck it. Let's all get rich, chat. No, let me stop. I'm being sarcastic, guys. Some of y'all don't understand I'm being sarcastic. Stop taking this shit literally. Okay? If you happen to do it and you happen to get rich off of it, then good for you.
And this mob mentality has absolutely ruined so many people's lives over the past several years. And we can actually just look in the recent past, 3 weeks ago in Nevada, a veterinarian who was giving some medicine to a horse kicked the horse, and it was caught on video, and then it was sent live on public social media. And because of the outrage of that brief moment, and this guy who's had a successful career, he goes and takes his life. He commits suicide because of the outrage, because of a social media video clip.
But that's different.
Oh. Oh no. Jacob, no. So what are you saying? You're saying she's gonna go and go ahead and kick the bucket early? But yeah, okay, Jacob. Listen, Jacob's out here fighting for his life, man. Jacob realized, whoa. Why didn't Jacob come out and shut down the Carmelo Anthony fundraiser? No, it's because this is fundamentally wrong. We're supporting fuckery. This is what we're supporting, folks. Fuckery. All of y'all who donated to that bullshit, that's what you're supporting. This is no... Like, bro, you freely said it openly. You're like, come on, this is how you feel, this is how you think. Don't try to hide it now and be like, oh, my family's so scared. Move then. You know, in this life, there's action and then there's consequence. Move then. Change your name then. You know what I mean? Those are the consequences, dumbass.
Than the woman, and I get what you're saying, and we're against cancel culture, and I hear you with the.
And keep in mind, this anchor guy, I don't even fuck with this guy. I think he's a fucking clown. Just pointing that out. The guy who's, oh my god, this is so wrong. I've seen him before. I think he's a fucking clown too. But sometimes clowns are telling the truth, and this is not acceptable. What the fuck?
The veterinarian, but that is different than the woman on camera calling the little boy the N-word.
No, so let's just clarify some of the facts. So one,
but you hear her voice.
No, I'm just going to clarify some of the facts. We don't know the age of this child, so that's in contestant rate number one. The boy was rummaging through her belongings, which caused the backlash. So it wasn't like she unprovoked just stepped into a situation and called a young boy a term. It was because this boy, who some people say is as old as 10 years old, was actually stealing from her. And she said, no, that doesn't excuse, I don't condone calling people racial epithets and bad names at all. But there is a place for, I mean, there was GoFundMe allowed a campaign for the boy and his family, and it raised $350,000. So is that condoning thievery or stealing? I don't see the outrage against GoFundMe.
I guess I just don't understand how, when you watch that video and then see what she posted on your site, and again, big picture, I hear what you're saying about mob mentality.
Right. And he said that she didn't say it on camera. She said it 5 times on camera. Okay, I just muted it out every time. She said it like 5 fucking times. Really? Shit. I'm gonna start my GoFundMe soon. I'm gonna be like, I did something absolutely atrocious, guys. Please give me money. Yeah. That's how I'm gonna make some money real soon. Shit. If you see me in a mansion, you'll know why. GiveSendGo. They got me.
Cancel culture. I do. But that video just bothered me so much. And then to see what she wrote again, I'm just thinking, if I owned the site and I controlled it, you know, you could pick and choose. You could say, this is not good. We're a Christian site. Like, no.
Well, no, that's true. We can pick and choose. And what we realize is that the mission of GiveSendGo is to share the hope of Jesus in dark moments. And we realize that Shiloh is going through a dark moment just as much as this other family is. And we want to be a light in all of these moments. In the way that you approach them.
But it's $1 million. It's money. It's not a light. You're not going and knocking on her door and saying, hey, let me help you learn how to be a better person. Let's figure out why you use that word. But she's going to get $1 million.
Well, from small donations, average donation size, I think around $30 a person. So not massive amounts by individuals. And that's
matter.
Partially fueled also by the Carmelo Anthony campaign, which you made reference to in the teaser to this. The Carmelo Anthony campaign caused a lot of outrage as well. And we seat ourselves on principle on these issues rather than emotion. You have to take a step back from the emotion of these because they are very highly emotional issues. And you say, what are we going to land on in principle? And in America, we operate on principle.
No, exactly. Where are we landing on in principle? I just broke this down. The one true thing this buffoon fucking peanut head said was that Carmelo Anthony's campaign caused outrage and probably, you know, caused a little extra donation. But where are we gonna take as principle between these two things? They're absolutely different. This kid killed a white kid and he's facing legal charges. They started a GiveSendGo for his legal charges. We don't know whether he's guilty or not yet. You know, it's just in the, you know, when the court says he's guilty, he's guilty. When the court says he's not, he's not. In the case of this fucking this dumbass lady, she was just straight up peddling hate speech, racism. Where's the nuance to that? It's not like she's gonna go to court and they're gonna be like, did you say the N-word? And everybody's gonna hit the gavel and say, yes, raise your paddles if she said the N-word. No. This is just a bad person. This is you supporting something fundamentally negative. No matter you're white, you're black, you're Chinese, you're fucking Filipino. It's fundamentally wrong. There's no nuance to it. Oh, we have to look at it in principle. In principle, they're all the same thing. No, the fuck they're not. One is a ongoing trial that will come to place, that will come forward, and they need money, so they're raising it for that, whatever. One is just somebody who is clearly racist. What are we doing? I don't know. Maybe I have it fucked up.
And they actually create social fabric unity. And when we undermine those principles for the sake of mob outrage or emotionalism or sensationalism, we actually undermine the principles that hold us together as a culture. So in like Carmelo's case, he deserves the presumption of innocence until proven guilty in a court of law, just like everyone does. And the moment that we begin to undermine that principle for anyone, it becomes nullified for everybody. And I can provide a very strong case for why we've set our jurisprudence, our legal system, on the cornerstone of presumption of innocence, because it's good for our societies to flourish, and many other reasons. These are the reasons why we do these things. They're actually principled reasons, not emotional reasons. So I get they're hard.
But she's not going to court for this. This is just her being a bitch, and we're supporting hatred. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Carmelo Anthony's a completely different situation. He's going through the process. We can't say anything till he's gone through it, other than our opinions. Her, on the other hand, was caught red-handed on camera calling the baby the N-word. What the fuck? But hey, maybe I guess he sees it a little differently, huh?
Situations, they're difficult moments, but you got to take a step back from the emotion. You got to say, hey, listen, what's going on here? Should people have the right to make donations and give money to people of their own choosing? Yes, they should be able to.
How much do you make off of these donations? Is there a percentage?
Yeah, it's a great question. No, we're actually a free platform. We kind of broke the mold a little bit when we created GiveSendGo, because all the other platforms were taking 5 to 10% of every donation that they received. And we said, you know, it doesn't make sense to take money from people that are raising money because they need the money they're raising. Why don't we just ask for generosity from people that are giving? And so we created a system where people can optionally donate to GiveSendGo if they choose to. It's completely voluntary. They don't have to. So people don't have to donate to us if they don't want to.
So when they donate, they can
don't.
click to donate to you, and that's how you make money. But it doesn't come out of
That's
the percentage that goes to these people. But you are
Correct, and
making
it's
money,
voluntary.
obviously. The more people come on, the more people that that click on that. You're making you're making a living off of this website.
Yeah, it employs over 40 employees. We have campaigns around the world. We're available in 80 countries. Millions of people use GiveSendGo.
So what have you made? Just Shiloh Hendrix, for example. What have you made off of the people who donated to her, who clicked on the tab to give you money? What have you made off of her case?
To be honest, I have no idea what the amount of money would
if she's, let's say she gets to $1 million, are you going to make like $250,000, $100,000 off of it?
No, not even close. But one of the things that we do at GiveSendGo, see, this is where we inject hope into all of these moments. You can see there's a pray button on also.
They interject hope into all of the, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. People are so full of shit nowadays, bro. I guess people always were full of shit. I'm just realizing it more and more. We have a pray button. You know, you can hit a pray, man. Oh my goodness. It's a lot of internet for today.
Have a prayer team at GiveSendGo, and we call all of these campaigns, and we actually do speak with them, and we actually do share hope with these people in the middle of
just that she gets $1 million. I mean, you know, like, and it's going through your site. Again, I understand what you're saying, big picture, but I just think I would have a hard time going to bed at night knowing.
It is a hard time.
I would have a hard time going to bed at night knowing that my website is making that woman a millionaire, and that's not. I'm not being emotional about it. I'm just saying my own personal ethics. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, well, I believe in freedom of speech, freedom of association. These are foundational tenets to the society that we live in. And when you start going down the road of cancellation and cancel culture, it actually breeds the very things that we say that we're against. So when we
there's
talk
a difference between cancel culture and canceling someone and giving them a platform to raise $1 million. I mean, there's a difference.
No, no, it's not. It's actually the same exact thing. This is the byproduct of this moment that we sit in culture, where there is so much fomenting divisiveness going on. It's a byproduct of 20 years of big tech platforms that have used the cancel culture mantra. We're just going to cancel people instead.
All right, shut the fuck up. So basically, you know, this is probably his company's biggest exposure in years. So, you know, negative, positive. And I feel like a lot of people are baseline with it, just on the fence about his whole platform. This is probably the best thing that's ever happened to his company. Not going to lie. In terms of GiveSendGo, Karmelo Anthony, then you have this Shiloh Hendrix dumbass. All of this is building to make his company really big. So, you know, I guess at the end of the day, shout out to him, the co-founder or the CFO or whatever, because at the end of the day, he's winning and News Nation is winning. But I will say, we're living in a strange time. I feel like people just revenge spend nowadays, you know? This is definitely a byproduct of Karmelo Anthony, and things like this are just going to get worse throughout the year if, you know, this tension continues to build. And like I said, it happens every decade, it seems like. I don't know, like maybe even sooner than that. There's always like this tension, specifically in the United States, where it's like this racial tension gets so big to where something really crazy happens. And then everything dies down, and then the tensions build up again. And I don't know how to fix it. But until then, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed, man. I'll see you real soon. I love you guys. Stay inside, stay safe. Shout out to all the new subscribers, man. I see you guys. I love you guys. I'll be back real soon. Peace.